Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my April favourites. I didn't end up doing a March favourites last month because things got kind of hectic with the blogging and video schedule, so I'm back to posting up the normal monthly favourites as of today. For this month's favourites, there's a mixture of products. There's some for kind of in the shower, there's some for your face, skincare, and there's a little bit of makeup and some nails too. I also have an added extra in here from Tom, who has asked that I put this in because it was a brand that I met with when I went to the Bloggers Love Fashion Week back in February, and I just wanted to give them a mention. So I will start off first with skincare. For anyone that follows me on Instagram, you'll know that I've been using this face mask a fair bit of late. It's the Mask of Magnimity, I think that's it, by LUSH. And I popped into LUSH trying to find a face mask because I love their face masks. They're all natural. And generally I don't feel that they do any harshness or damage to my skin. I just really like them. And this is one of the ones that's self-preserving because normally most of their fresh ones, they last for around 2 weeks, and I really struggle to use a face mask in 2 weeks to a month. So it's quite good that this one is self-preserving and it lasts for ages. It looks like this inside. It's a weird green mixture, and then when you apply it there's a lot of like bits and lumps in it, but it all feels good when it's coming off. It almost feels like it's a scrub at the same time as a face mask. It's got a peppermint undertone to it scent wise. Basically the aim of this is to help with blemish and acne prone skin and to kind of tone down any blemishes that you have. I do really feel like this does give my skin a good clean. Like I said, it's got kind of exfoliating bits in it so that it feels like it's giving your face a scrub at the same time. And I do notice that this gives an element of brightness to my skin after I have taken it off. Next up is another face product, and this is the L'Oreal Paris Triple Active Nourish Intense Hydrating Moisturiser. I picked this up because I felt like my La Roche-Posay Toleriane wasn't really doing the job. I've been using the Magnitone Lucid, which has left my skin feeling a little bit dry, and I've noticed that like around my nose and slightly around my mouth that my skin had started to flake. And I just needed an intense, heavy moisturiser. I just didn't feel like I was getting that from my other moisturisers. This has quite a thick, rich texture to it, and you do definitely notice that you've got this on the skin, but it doesn't leave like a greasy, oily residue. I have found that using this both morning and evening isn't too much. I still get the odd breakouts and stuff, and I don't really feel like this is the cause of that. I feel like that's just my adult acne that keeps coming back and showing its face. But this has really helped get rid of that dry skin, and any time that I do feel like my skin's a little bit tight, just apply this and it feels so much better. It's also helped with how my foundation sits as well, because if you've got dry skin, foundation tends to try and stick to those dry areas. So I've really been enjoying using this. I'd recommend it for anyone that's got dry skin. Next up is a face product, and that is the Maybelline Fit Me Foundation, and it's in the shade 115. It's obviously coming into summer, and I was beginning to feel a bit like my other foundations were starting to look a little bit too orange or a bit too heavy for me, so I wanted something lighter, and I am actually wearing this today, and I feel that it doesn't give as much of an orange tone to my appearance. It's a lot of a lighter shade than the other ones that I have in my stash. And I actually quite like how this goes on. It comes out quite a watery consistency, so I would recommend you shake this before you use. I find that it applies really well with my beauty blender. It goes on seamlessly. It doesn't really cling to any of the dry areas. It just looks really fresh and natural on the skin. Doesn't really give any dewy appearance. I feel that it's got more of a matte tone to it, which I personally prefer. I don't really like foundations that can make you look a little bit slick and a bit sweaty. I found that it's quite long lasting as well. I mean, I always fade along my jawline here because it's where my hands are normally always touching. Like when I'm working, I tend to rest my face on my hands, which is really bad, I know, but generally I think this is a really good foundation. It's definitely something I would repurchase again. I've thoroughly enjoyed using it. Next up are a couple of products that go in a collection together, and these are from the Body Shop. So it's the Brazil Nut Shower Gel and the Brazil Nut Eau de Toilette. So I got these when the Body Shop was having a little bit of a sale, and I think I picked both of them up for around 11 or 12 pounds. And I have been a massive fan of the Brazil Nut scent since I can remember. I think it was like a holiday in Portugal where I was probably about 11 or 12, and we went to the Body Shop that was at the airport, and we all bought like the lip butters that you can get, and my mum picked up the Brazil Nut body butter. And literally that was all we used on the holiday. When we'd been out in the sun all day, we'd put on the after sun, but then like we'd use the nut butter afterwards. And it The smell reminds me of holidays purely because it was used on that holiday so much. You really struggle to find this in the shops now. It's not as common a range as it used to be. So when I saw these, I had to pick them up. I love the shower gel. It is so moisturising on your skin, and it really feels like it's going down deep and moisturising your skin. As well, it leaves a lovely scent to the skin and it kind of lingers around all day, so I love using this. Still Nut perfume, it's in a perfect little size to pop in your handbag, and I like to just kind of like spritz this around all throughout the day to kind of just freshen up. Again, the smell just reminds me of holidays. It's got a really nice nutty scent to it, but it's quite fresh and a little bit musky. So if you haven't tried this range, I would really recommend trying it. It's an amazing scented range. Next up is a product that's new from the range in Next, and it's one of their nail polishes from their nail colour collection. And I spotted this when I happened to be in store. The range is really good. I love the products. They are slightly more expensive than the standard products that you'd find in the drugstore. I didn't like that the Next that I went into had all of the products underneath like a glass pane where you can't actually test them. So there was no swatching allowed. I mean, they had a few lipsticks out, I think, but generally things like the foundations, things like the eyeshadows, the blushes, none of that you were able to try. Personally, if I can't swatch it on my hand and see what the colour's actually going to come out like, I'm not going to invest my money and buy them. But the nail varnishes, they had quite a nice collection of colours there. There's also a minty colour and a grey colour that I had my eye on, and I could kick myself because they were on a special offer of 3 for 2, I think. And they are individually priced at £4. But I saw this shade and it was just a beautiful shade. I'm actually wearing it on my nails at the moment. The colour is just such a nice, pretty, pinky, burgundy, dusky colour. I don't have anything else in my collection like this, which is why I picked this up, because it's different. The formula is really nice. It goes on seamlessly. There's no brush strokes. 2 was all I really needed, although I probably could have got away with 1 coat of this to get the desired colour from the bottle. And so far, I've had that on since Monday, and it's not chipped at all. I have put a top coat on the Seche Vite, but I've got no chips, nothing. I've not even had any lifting or nothing. So it's really good, and I've just noticed that my nails almost match my lipstick. Was not done intentionally. For £4, the formula is amazing. It's almost of something of the higher end versions of the nail varnishes. Although the colour range is pretty limited at the moment, I think they've got about 10 to 12 colours. I'm hoping that they will release more because I just love these. Lastly from me is a makeup product, and that is the Mercier Caviar sticks. So I bought these and I've been wanting to get these for ages. I did have my eye on the like mini collection where I think they're about this big, and it was a special thing at Christmas, and I was waiting until they went on sale. They went on sale. I went to go and get them the first day of the sale, and everywhere had sold out. I couldn't even get them online. Obviously, they're a hugely popular item. When I did get my hands on some, I picked up the colours Grey Pearl, Sugar Frost and Rose Gold. And they're all kind of like neutrally colours again, because you know how much I love my neutrals. So that's them just there. You have Grey Pearl on the end, you have Sugar Frost in the middle, and then the Rose Gold just there. Although both the end 2 have got more of a sheen to them, so they're a bit harder to see in the light. The Rose Gold is obviously like a nice pretty pinky colour. Sugar Frost is more of a sheeny neutral beige. And then Grey Pearl, although it says grey, I don't really see that as a grey. I think that's more of like a browny taupey shade. The formula of these is amazing. They don't crease in the lid at all. They look really pretty on, and they have like a natural shimmer running through them so that they catch the light and look really pretty when applied. I think these are great to use on their own as just a single shadow or to combine, and they work really well with a blending brush as well. I am hoping to buy some more of these, and if the special edition comes out at Christmas, I will be picking it up regardless of the price. So finally is the favourite that I wanted to show you from Tom's side, and it is an eau de toilette from a brand called Gruhme. Basically, these were someone that I met back in March at the Bloggers Fashion Week, and normally at those kind of events you don't really see many products for guys or for the male bloggers. We all received a sample of this in our goodie bags, so I gave mine to Tom, and he was really impressed with the scent. It was really long lasting, and it had a really nice musky undertone to it, so he ended up purchasing the full size bottle. Like I said, it has a really nice musky tone to it, and it's got lots of woody undertones, and it's quite nice because as he'll walk past you'll just quickly catch the scent, and it's really nice. So they're a relatively new brand out on the market, and they were initially created by someone who felt that as a consumer of men's products, there wasn't really much available out there that suited him and his needs. So he went on to create this, and I think they've got a range of products available on the website, to which I will link down below. I just thought that the purchase of this from Tom's behalf was a really nice way to kind of support a relatively new business who is just starting out, and I think the brand are just starting to get noticed as well. They've been in a couple of magazines recently. The bottle itself is quite a nice sleek black. It's got the logo on the front there, and it's quite a nice sized one as well. This is 100 ml, and I think this was £45, but I will pop all the information in the drop bar below. Rubbish at explaining perfumes, and aftershaves probably even worse, but it is a really nice scented one, a great gift for a guy as well, so I'd really recommend this, and Tom obviously really recommends it as well because he's asked me to feature it in this month's video. So there you have my April favourites. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I am hoping to do a few more tutorials over the next couple of weeks, so let me know if there's anything that you guys would like to see. I am thinking about maybe doing a tutorial for this look and possibly even how I do my nails and stuff. So let me know what you would like in the comments below. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!